Just a quick one today.
Matron, please.
Excuse my language, for f***'s sake. A strap. I need to put the strap on. There.
I'm not that kind of doctor.
I'm not a big fan of vintage, narrow, tall frets. It has an incredibly skinny neck and nut width. I'm not the biggest fan of that either. But, hi there folks, welcome to Dunzee's Guitar World. Just a quick one today. So, as you may have gleaned from the thumbnail, I do indeed have another guitar. A Squier. I like Squier guitars. So what do we think this is? Well, I'll give you a clue. I got into a certain style of guitars maybe about 2 years ago, and I had never owned this style of guitar before. So obviously it wasn't a Flying V. I've had Flying Vs. It was not a Telecaster. I've had a few Telecasters in my time. Not a Les Paul. An Explorer. I've had Explorer, so it's not one of them. But it is something which I have kind of gotten into. And it took me the best part of 40 odd years to get into this type of guitar. Now my camera's out of focus, so this is just turning into a disaster. It's not moving in the box, that's for sure. Maybe fast forward this in case I look stupid. A strap. I need to put the strap on later. Excuse my language, for fuck's sake. To lie down after that. So it's in a Caballot case. Let's check in here. It's good to got a strap. The gentleman did say it came with a. Well, there's no. I'm going to give you a clue here. There's no trem bar down here. It's not likely to be a Telecaster, eh? No, neither. Right. Are we ready for this? Now, I saw one of these in Guitar about 6 months ago, and I've seen reviews of them, and they didn't get great reviews, so I was never really sure, and I kind of thought, fucking more bubble that. It's quite good because it is safe, and I kind of thought, I don't know if I want to get one of these because the neck's quite small. It's not a full size guitar. Giving you a clue there. Really good packaging, to be fair, from the chap I bought this from. Thank you very much. Oh man, that was well packaged. They have a pick. I should have prepared a bit better. So I'll need to look in the box for the trem bar, but here's a headstock, and there's the body. It's like it's the wrong way round. Oh, that neck. What's the Canadian chap? Can't remember his name, but he bought one of these, and I think he sent it back because he said it was just too small, felt like a toy. But the one I played in Guitar, I really enjoyed it. It's just a tiny little guitar. A supersonic. Not one of the Vista series from Japan from the 90s. This is a reissue made in China now. It's obviously not in tune. But what's my first impressions? Yeah, I like it. It's teeny weeny, as we say. Fucking camera. Teeny weeny, as we say in Scotland, but it looks cool. Now I believe the pickups are very high output, but my first impressions are, yeah, I mean it's small, 24-inch scale, but yeah, I like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune this up, and I will play some notes, some chords, let you hear some sounds of these two humbucker pickups. I'll also see if I can track down the trem arm, and I'll give you some measurements as well of the neck, because it does feel, it feels slight. It feels like quite slimmer than that as well. So yes, that'll be the next part of this video, which I will go and do a little bit later on. So that was part one, the unboxing, which seems to take forever. To be perfectly honest, my apologies for that. I'll have fast forwarded through though. Of the Squier supersonic guitar. Stay tuned for part two. So that was the unboxing, some sounds and the specs of this Squier Paranormal supersonic, very short scale guitar. So this guitar has vintage, narrow, tall frets. I'm not a big fan of vintage, narrow, tall frets. It has an incredibly skinny neck and nut width. I'm not the biggest fan of that either. The upside down headstock, again, you know, I thought it looked cool with the Jimi Hendrix. I'm not the biggest fan of that. But what fantastic sounding pickups this has. It's super easy to play, even though the neck is very skinny and really not my preference on other guitars. Strangely enough, this just plays great. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I tried one in guitar and I was really surprised by how playable it was. I mean, look, this is so small. It's almost like a toy, but it's not. It's an absolute rock and roll machine. It's a punk rocker, I think. Now, it has to be said, it does not stay in tune spectacularly well. It does not stay in tune at all, almost. Now, I watched Ryan's 50 Cycle Hum video where he took the strings out of the string trees. That has helped a little. It does ship with 9s, and the person I bought this from said they put new strings on it as well. Now, when I got it, there was no trem arm in the case. I realised that wasn't in the auction because the previous owner had actually tightened these all the way up so the trem didn't move at all. So from that point of view, it really did stay in tune. So I'm maybe going to go all the way up to 10s on this guitar. A 24-inch scale, I think I can probably reach to 10s on this and see if that helps a little. It has to be said, the tuners, I don't think the tuners are very good at all. I think these are rubbish. These are rubbish tuners. So I may see if I can get a set of Wilkinson tuners or something like that. It does stay better in tune by removing the strings from out of the string trees. I'm not sure if taller string trees or maybe taller roller string trees would help. If that does not help and it's still going out of tune with and I really can't get it set up properly with the whammy bar, I'm just going to tighten it back up like the previous owner had it and just rock it without a whammy bar. It's just great. I'm really glad I got this. It's a tiny little guitar with a huge big sound and great playability. So the good news here is there's no end jam. I didn't do a jam on this. I don't really see this as a big solo machine. I mean, it is easy to bend. No, it's like I did earlier on, like you can bend, especially with 9s on, I can probably bend about 4 tones. If I'll stay in tune though. I'll stay in tune. Yes, it's a great playing guitar. I'm looking forward to taking this to band practice and just not taking a lot of effects, just plug into like a Marshall and just, you know, just play some classic punk rock. A little bit of what I did in the demo. Bonus points if you recognised it. You'd be dead good if you recognised that. As ever folks, it's been a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsi's Guitar World. This week I was looking at this lovely Squier Paranormal supersonic guitar. Cheers for now.